o'clock, and I'm telling you what, nobody does better barbecue, or especially Brunswick stew or slaw or whatever, than the Mallard Creek Barbecue. The 87th annual Mallard Creek Barbecue is this Thursday, and this morning we have Kenneth McCraw here to talk to us about it, because it is the premier eating event in Mecklenburg County, I guess you could say. Kenneth, good morning. Good to see you.
John. Thank you for
All
having
right,
us.
you all are cooking up how many tons of barbecue?
We'll cook up almost 14,000 pounds of barbecue, John.
Oh, my gosh.
We feed about 15,000 people in one day. It's quite a production.
It is quite a production. Now, people who are not familiar with the Mallard Creek Barbecue, if you've been in Mecklenburg County for any amount of time, you know about this, because it's like one of the premier social eating events, political events of the year. But how would you characterize it to somebody who's never been or not familiar with it?
I would characterize it as a great time to do some fellowshipping, having a great time with people that you may not get to interact with on a day-to-day basis. You get to meet a lot of politicians, but for the church, it's about really socializing and fellowshipping as a church. This takes a huge volunteer army to pull this thing off. And for us as our church, and it's a great community, give back to the community. And we use the proceeds, quite frankly, to give back to the community as well. A lot of it goes to missions. And in this particular year, we're going to give a lot of it to the hurricane relief efforts down in the eastern part of North Carolina.
And it's the Mallard Creek Presbyterian Church. We say Mallard Creek Barbecue, but it's the Mallard Creek Presbyterian Church that does this, that organizes this. And the site of the barbecue is not at the church itself, it's at the community house.
That's right.
And a little bit of directions here. It is in North Charlotte. It's very close off I-85. You can now come in off I-485 as well. To get on Mallard Creek Road and Mallard Creek Church Road, they intersect, and they're all there. And what are you going to have to offer for folks who aren't familiar? You've got what on the menu?
So we got on the menu, we have a barbecue plate for $10. The barbecue plate includes barbecue, Brunswick stew, applesauce, and 2 slices of bread along with some slaw. Then we sell bulk. We sell quarts and pints of Brunswick stew, pounds of barbecue. We sell sandwiches. We have the soft drink stand. You get coffee and water when you come through the walk-through line. So we got a little bit of everything for you if you like barbecue and Brunswick stew. It's a great place to be.
And at the community house, if you like, you can come and visit. You can sit down and eat there at the tables, or you've got a great drive-through going there. Tell me about that.
Great drive-through line. We have at least 4 to 5 lines coming through. We'll have our teens at the church help take the orders, come collect it, and we move a lot of people through our drive-through line.
It is really fast. I've done them both. I love it doing it both ways. It's fun to sit down, though, with folks and chat and talk and all. There'll be a few politicians out there probably.
There are always a few politicians, and this year being a presidential election year as well as our governor race, you never know who might show up. We've had presidential candidates in the past. We've had governor candidates in the past. But I'm not sure who's coming this year. They have not told me. I'm usually kept in the dark on those things. But you never know who you might meet and get the opportunity to speak with out at the barbecue.
And there's a separate line for where the politicians are. If you do not care to do that, and some people don't, but it's a great way to meet some of the candidates up close and personal, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
And I do want to say this about the Brunswick stew. It is so easy to freeze it, and it is good. I think it gets better day by day.
It does. It gets a little seasoning in it and gets that flavor in it. It's excellent after you freeze it.
Okay. What are the hours, Kenneth, this Thursday for the Mallard Creek Barbecue?
We will start serving at 10 a.m. and we go till we run out, basically. And usually that's around 6 or 7 o'clock at night.
But you never know, because the weather is going to be perfect this Thursday.
We thank Al for that.
Well, Al will take credit for it. I think he should, because it's going to be terrific, and that's going to mean a lot of people out there. Kenneth McCraw, thank you. The Mallard Creek Barbecue this Thursday, and Al Conklin, I'll be out there.
Well, I'm not going to take credit for it, John, but I think the weather will be great, but I would like some of that Brunswick stew. Oh, my gosh, that stuff is so good. High pressure is dying.